Gotham. Another night, another crime. Before the DC KO tournament, Batman moves across the city, focused on his mission to protect the place he calls home. His body strains against age, but he pushes forward. The sound of his bones cracking is lost beneath the wail of sirens, Gotham's lullaby. Professor Pig and the Circus of Strange have returned. Reports say they've kidnapped a school bus full of children, an audience for their twisted show. Batman races through the night to reach them, determined to save the hostages and stop Pig's followers. But he's too late. Batman watches his sons at work. Dick, the leader, once seemed destined to replace him, but instead built a life and purpose of his own, guiding heroes into battles larger than Bruce ever imagined. Jason, the rebel and the survivor, still fights with violence burning in his veins. Batman worries about him, but also envies his ability to embrace anger so completely. Tim, the brain, is always analyzing, always planning ahead. Damian, the heart, began as a killer but has learned compassion, growing into someone who saves as much as he fights. The mission never ends. Reports of another attack come in, Mr. Freeze at the Gotham Zoo. As they move out, Damian calls back to his father, asking if he's coming. Batman watches them go, pride and doubt colliding in his chest. If they're here, does Gotham still need him? Weeks later, amid the chaos of the tournament's first round, Joker's laughter cuts through the smoke as he fires his weapon, striking Batman's armored chest. The impact sends the Dark Knight reeling, his armor sparking under the force. Through the haze, Batman collapses. He lifts his head towards Superman, voice weak but steady enough to reach him. He calls out to him, "Clark." Superman rushes forward, catching him before he falls completely. His voice trembles as he calls his friend's name. Batman's eyes meet his one last time. He reminds him of what he said before, that he must play to win. The words hang in the air as his body begins to dissolve into red energy, vanishing amid the flicker of lightning and smoke. At the heart of Apocalypse, the fallen heroes of the tournament stand in silence, their bodies turned to stone, immortalized in defeat. Among them stands Batman, motionless and cold. For a time, there is only stillness. Then, from within his armor, a faint, metallic sound breaks through the quiet. Ping. The sound repeats, steady and growing louder. Cracks begin to form across his chest, thin lines of light cutting through the stone. Ping, ping, ping. The rhythm quickens, the cracks widen, until the entire surface trembles. With a final surge of light, the stone shatters apart, erupting in a blinding flash that engulfs the heart of Apocalypse. Batman awakens in a blaze of light. The contingency worked. Before the tournament began, the Justice League had been allowed to make preparations. Knowing the risks, Batman had hidden apocalyptian armor equipped with a built-in boom tube, a failsafe that would bring him home if he was defeated or inactive for too long. Now, standing in the heart of Gotham, he realizes something is off. The city looks different, brighter, unfamiliar, almost foreign. He activates his communicator, attempting to reach the watchtower. He reports his return and calls for a status update, trying to contact Mr. Terrific. But before the signal stabilizes, a blade slices through the air and strikes his communicator, cutting the transmission short. From above, figures descend. Robins, but not the ones Batman knows. Their armor and colors are familiar, yet altered, shaped by a Gotham he doesn't recognize. One of them shouts his name, calling him the Bat Who Fell. The words strike him harder than the attack. He looks up in confusion, trying to make sense of it, but there's no time. The Robins move as one, raising their weapons. Their leader gives the order to take him down. The Robins attack in formation, fast, coordinated, and disciplined. Their movements are sharp, their tactics precise, but Batman can tell immediately they weren't trained by him. Still, their style is familiar. One of them calls for backup, reporting an illegal Batman sighting. The swarm continues, surrounding him with controlled strikes that seem designed not to kill, but to guide. Batman studies their rhythm, the patterns, the theatrics, and realizes they're leading him somewhere. He allows it, hoping it will give him answers. He moves across Gotham's rooftops with ease, each leaf stirring memories of home. Yet something feels wrong. The skyline is familiar but different, like a reflection warped in glass. He can't place what's off just yet, but one thing is certain. His suspicion about who trained them is correct. From the shadows, a familiar voice cuts through the night. Nightwing appears, his tone sharp and cold, warning Bruce that his return means war. Batman freezes for a moment, recognizing the voice. It's Dick, older, harder, but unmistakable. He demands answers, asking how long it's been since they defeated Darkseid and who won the tournament. But Nightwing's reaction is confusion and anger. He has no idea what Bruce is talking about. To him, there was no tournament, only betrayal. Nightwing tells Bruce the truth as he knows it, that he put himself in a Lazarus pit. His body had been failing, but instead of stepping away, he clung to being Batman. Nightwing reminds him that they all tried to help, but Bruce rejected every one of them. Batman denies it. He insists he wasn't mad, that he joined the tournament to end Darkseid and gain the power to save them all. The words ignite anger in him, a desperate no breaking through as he strikes back. Nightwing refuses to believe it. To him, the Lazarus Pit drove Bruce insane, just as it had corrupted Ra's, Talia, Jason, and Selina. He tells Bruce that this so-called tournament is a delusion. Hearing Selina's name stops Batman cold. Nightwing steps forward, his tone turning grim. He tells Bruce he'll show him what's real, what he built while Bruce was gone. Nightwing leads Bruce to the heart of the city, the Bat Tower, a monument rising high above Gotham's skyline. He tells Bruce that after everything they endured, he decided to help the world the same way they once tried to heal themselves. Anyone who wanted to be a Robin was given the chance. Using the training Bruce had taught him, he built something greater, a global network that extended beyond Gotham, a support system that reached people everywhere. He explains that Robin Inc. now operates in every major city around the world, led by Barbara, Cassandra, Duke, and Stephanie. Their numbers continue to grow each day. Nightwing looks out over the city and tells Bruce the world is far from safe. Nightwing stands beside Bruce, looking out over the city from the Bat Tower. He tells him that while Bruce's time may have passed, his mission continues. He explains that Bruce had always been a control freak, too afraid to share the mantle, too rigid to trust others. So Nightwing did what Bruce never could. He learned to trust. He built something larger than himself. He reminds Bruce that this was why he always urged him to stop, to finally retire. Turning to face him, Nightwing asks Bruce to let his legacy live on through him. But Bruce shakes his head. He tells Dick this isn't who he is. Nightwing meets his gaze, challenging him, asking if Bruce even knows who he is anymore. Bruce's voice softens. This, he says, isn't what he wanted for him. Batman tells Dick he never wanted him to carry the same burden, that he wanted him to live his own life and keep the identity he built for himself. Dick doesn't believe him. He accuses Bruce of lying, saying he never truly wanted to let go, that being Batman is all he has, and without it, he's nothing. Bruce hesitates, admitting there may be truth in that. But he turns the question back on Dick, asking if he'd ever let any of his Robins become Batman. The silence that follows is his answer. Batman studies him, realizing something is wrong, something deeper than anger. Nightwing steps forward, his tone firm. He warns Bruce not to move, giving him one chance to stand down. But Bruce raises his fists. He reminds Dick who trained him. Nightwing smirks, ready for the inevitable fight. He's beaten the old man before. Nightwing charges forward, shouting that he'll do it again. Batman meets him halfway, the two racing toward each other until their blows collide in a burst of force and motion. Batman thinks to himself, he never wants to fight his family, ever. Even now he's in awe of Dick, how he moves. Batman always focused on fighting fast and hard, a thought behind every strike, every step, calculation. But Dick is fluid, graceful. His muscle memory makes his movements effortless. He was born for this. Nightwing strikes and taunts him, calling him an old man out of breath. Batman steadies himself, replying that if Dick really is Batman, then he knows staying down is impossible. The fight intensifies. Batman grabs Nightwing's cape, trying to stop him. But Dick twists free, telling him that he only wears the cape out of tradition. He moves lightly, confidently, explaining that he's learned to fight without it, without the symbol Bruce made him carry. Then he stops, glaring through the shadows. He tells Bruce to admit it, to finally say the words out loud, that he's better. Nightwing's punch lands hard, sending Batman down to the ground. The impact echoes through the rooftop as Nightwing towers over him, shouting that he's a better Batman than Bruce ever was. He doesn't stop there. He tells Bruce it's because he trusts people, because he doesn't lead with fear. Each word hits as sharply as his fists. Batman stays down, the rain sliding across his armor. He held back. He didn't want to hurt him. Nightwing steps closer, his tone sharp but steady. He tells Bruce to listen, to really listen, or he'll throw him in Arkham and lose the key. Then he says it's over, that Bruce isn't Batman anymore. For a brief moment, Bruce's thoughts waver. Maybe Dick is right, he admits to himself. Maybe my time is up. Nightwing looks down at him, his anger giving way to something quieter. He tells Bruce he did it, that Gotham doesn't need him anymore, that he can stop obsessing now. Batman lies there beneath the rain, silent and still. In his mind, he finally sees it. He's been too blind to notice before. It's Dick's turn now. Nightwing did something he never could. Rain crashes down over them as Batman rises slowly from the ground, his armor sparking and humming. The faint ping of the mother box pulses through the storm, sharp and constant. He realizes it's still active, still receiving a signal from the heart of Apocalypse. He steadies himself, eyes fixed on Dick through the downpour. He says he knows what's happening now, what happened with the tournament, and what he has to do. Then his tone shifts, firm and unrelenting. He tells Dick to fight him. Dick steps forward, his expression caught between anger and sorrow. He pleads with Bruce to stop, for both their sakes, to not let this go any further. But Bruce won't stop. Nightwing lashes out, his frustration boiling to the surface. He shouts at Bruce, asking if he hasn't done enough already. But Batman doesn't answer. Instead, his words hit harder than any blow. He asks Dick where Jason, Tim, and Damian are, where his brothers have gone. The words hang heavy between them. Dick's anger deepens. He tells Bruce that his fear of being replaced drove him mad long before the Lazarus Pit ever did, that he was the one who insisted there could only be one Batman, only him. Then quieter now, Nightwing's voice breaks through the storm one last time. They're not here. Lightning splits the sky as the rain pours harder. Before them stand three stone figures, Jason, Tim, and Damian, immortalized in silence, their faces carved in cold remembrance. The stormlight glints against their features, making them seem almost alive, frozen mid-breath, mid-battle, mid-life. Batman stares up at them, his body tense, his mind racing to make sense of what he's seeing. Nightwing's voice breaks through the thunder, filled with rage and grief. He shouts the truth that neither of them wants to face, the words striking harder than any blow. Because you killed them. Batman doesn't move. The storm crashes around them, the city echoing with sirens and sorrow. And in the distance, thunder rolls again, a sound that feels like the beginning of war.